Hey guys, it's Phantom Coasters, and welcome back to another video, where today I will be reviewing Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City. Time Traveler is a Mack Rides extreme spinning coaster, and it is the first and only of its kind as of when I am recording this video. It opened in 2018 as the tallest, fastest, and steepest spinning coaster, and I love it. In this video, I will talk a bit about the stats before going over a POV of the ride and what I think of each element, and then I will finish by giving the ride a score out of 10. So to begin this review, this ride has a max height of 100 feet, which is actually achieved in the station. The max angle of descent is 90 degrees, and the max speed of Time Traveler is 50 miles per hour. The ride features 2 launches and 3 inversions throughout the layout, all while each car on the train spins individually. Now let's go over the POV. To start off the ride, you drop straight out of the station vertically, and it gives some crazy sustained floater in the middle cars. The front car hangs over it a bit, so you get a weird floating sensation that isn't exactly airtime, but isn't exactly hang time either. The best way to experience this drop, however, is in the back car, as you get whipped over it with some insane sustained ejector airtime. After this crazy drop, you fly into the first of 3 inversions, a dive loop that provides some nice hang time, before you fall back down into a rather forceless but whippy transition that would give some laterals if you weren't spinning. One more turn leads you into a stop on the launch track. After you get a moment to catch your breath, you lose it again as you hear the words, "ready to launch," and magnets propel you down the track into an overbanked turn. The launch isn't as forceful as Powder Keg or any Intamin launch coaster, but it still feels pretty sudden. The overbanked turn can provide some good hang time depending on how you spin, as when you're facing up, you float out of your seat a little bit. Coming out of this overbank is the most intense portion of the ride with the correct rotation, as the turn becomes fairly tight before you enter the second inversion.
A 95-foot tall loop!
This loop, while a meme, is actually quite a good element with some fun hang time. You then fly into a quick transition with some good ejector air in the back and strong floater in other cars, before entering a turn that follows the terrain downward before going back up into the final inversion, a 0G roll. There isn't much to the roll. It's a bit whippy, but in my opinion, it's the weakest inversion on the ride. After the roll, you take a turn into the final moment of airtime on the ride. This moment caught me off guard, but it gives some decent ejector in the back and solid floater in all the other cars. This airtime moment is followed by a completely forceless launch that is really only there to give you enough speed to get you back up into the station. The ride traverses one more overbank turn that feels identical to the first, before turning up into the brake run where there is some cheesy audio.
This was our biggest time jump yet.
All you gotta do is dream big and do good.
Overall, this ride, while not the most forceful, is an outstanding coaster and one that honestly doesn't get talked about enough. It is one of the most fun coasters I have ever ridden, and I almost like it more than Outlaw Run, which is the RMC of the park. It is my personal number 2, and I think it easily deserves a spot in any list of the top 100 coasters in the world. So what would I rate it? After 3 rides, 1 in the back, 1 in the front, and 1 in the second car, I give this ride a 9.5 out of 10. There are only 2 downsides with it that I can find, which are that it isn't very intense and that they assign rows. The ride is also a bit short, but I don't have a problem with it. I absolutely recommend Time Traveler for everyone, yes, even those who get dizzy with spinning easily. My dad is one of those cases, and he loved this ride. I think this is a great fit for Silver Dollar City with some great theming, and overall, it is an outstanding ride. If you ever get the chance, you should absolutely ride it. Well, everyone, that will finish up my review of Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City. If you have ridden it, please tell me what you think in the comments and whether you agree or disagree with what I said. Also, make sure to like this video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.